What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard trading coach. I will be doing a live trading session and live analysis, live discussion about trading psychology, live trade, fundamental and technical aspect of trading. So last day of trading week on Friday, we see that the market has taken a U-turn, completely opposite direction going. Looks like that we see some upside momentum on the lower time frame on gold and all of them, and as it is weekend, we could see that at the end of the day there could be some reversal. So before I begin this session, to see where we can find the best trading opportunity, guys, make sure that you smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. So starting with, first of all, I'll be looking at bigger picture, looking at the daily time frame on gold to see how gold is doing. So we see that gold has dropped, broken all this low, and then had a reversal from this daily support level. You have seen yesterday during the news time there was quite a few candles in that consolidated in that area, and the price had a strong reversal. Currently the price forming series of higher high and higher low, which we see in an uptrending market structure. So we see that gold from the daily has broken the resistance line, and what I think that the market may continue to rise in the direction later today. If we look at the weekly, we can see a clear picture what's happening on gold. I think that from the weekly we might see that closing as a doji. So the price currently above the weekly support level. This is the weekly support, as you can see, which is the weekly opening and closing, and this weekly support is crucial. If you look at, this is the weekly support level, and in that support we see that gold had a bounce to the upside. Now with that bounce, what I think that gold is likely to test this high, and if you look at the daily, we can see that there is a potential for some upside momentum and before we see that breakdown. So again, going back to the weekly, we see there could be some upside today, and I think that we might see that close, before the weekly close, we might see again some breakdown coming back down in that zone, forming a red doji. Currently gold above the weekly high, and with that weekly high we can expect for this price to go ahead and test this level. So here I will be waiting for potential entry opportunity in that area. Now if you look at closely, what we see that this is at gold, this form this 4-hour impulse, which is pretty strong impulse on the 4-hour time frame. Now with that impulse, what we see that the market has created this move, and I think that we could see that further upside and then coming back down to create a new lower low. So from the daily, here we see that gold from the daily perspective has formed so far significant rejection. Now there are two probable scenario is for gold to test this channel. This is the daily channel. If you look at the lower time frame, you will see that price action here, and this movement so far we see with this gap opening gold has made. I think that we could see straight drop back, which is very possible because this movement with this gap opening on gold is a complete opposite direction of this trend, and that that vertical movement could give gold another probability for this potential drop. And what I think that gold may come back down here again like that, all right, forming is as a liquidity trigger and then trending down. So what I think that gold might give us an entry opportunity for a potential selling. So if I draw this, let me draw that here. Where is my drawing? So if we look at here, so if we draw this curve in that area, what I think that gold is coming down like that. Okay, so this is a dynamic resistance, and in that zone, okay, we see that here in the dynamic resistance the gold has broken completely opposite direction, and now we could see a breakdown again and merging with that, with that flow and dropping down, leaving it as a liquidity gap. And also it may confirming, if you look at here, what do you see that it may confirm. You see, this is a, so there is a probability for a retest of this resistance line, and then we could see that gold is coming back down. So from the 1 hour, as the news coming later today, we could see a rejection from that zone. This is what, in my analysis, if you remember, this is what I mentioned, that this doji, this green candle, let me draw the circle here, this is the 1 hour chart, which is a quite significant candle. And with the news coming up, we could see that gold is testing this high 1921 level, or 1921 level, and then we could see that potential rejection coming up with the news. So let me know, guys, in the live chat, how are you doing? And also make sure you leave a like and also subscribe to the channel. You can use the live chat if you have any question. Let's be hungry for the peep again and get some new peep on the from the market. Can't wait to start. Very good, thank you, Abdurazak. I want to know gold. Yes, we will be looking at gold because I already anticipated on selling after retesting previous break. Yes, really good morning. Good morning, coach. I'm trying to take trades on my own but not consistent win. I see. Yeah, that's completely fine. You're trying to take your own, that's good, but make sure that you always do the risk management and not being profitable consistently in the beginning, which is very, very fair. Or no one become profitable in the beginning. So I would say that just to be patient, and you will be able to do that definitely very soon. Once you keep trying with proper risk management, you will be able to do that, right? No doubt about it. So before progress further, let me look at the news calendar. So if we look at news calendar here, what you see that Empire State Manufacturing Index coming up 10:30 p.m. in my zone, and then just 1.5 hours later, preliminary consumer sentiment. So there is a very, very high probability for gold to have a rejection. All right, now let me see here. This is the 30 minutes, 1 hour. Okay, so this 30 minutes candle, Okay, so we see there is a gap opening here. This is a crucial point, because if the market reverse from this level, it's a daily 20 EMA as well in that area. So the price touched the daily 20 EMA. Okay, so as with the news coming up in 12 minutes time, still it is maintaining this 15 minutes time frame. You can see it's maintaining still this. With the news yesterday, there was a massive manipulation here, but fortunately we took that trade that always came out to be in our favor, because we do it with proper patience and with a strategy. Now here, what I'm expecting for gold to give us that entry again. You know, any kind of manipulation to the upside, especially 1921, could be a zone where you can look for potential trading opportunity. All right, so guys, like this stream please, will help you to see more people, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your like and subscription will always help you, as well as help me finding more people and also more values for you. Abs started, thank you. Yeah, comments, has the live started yet? Yep. Coach, how are you? I'm good. Angel, thank you very much. I'm very well. Post today, goal direction please. Also the same question to you guys, which way you think that gold is heading. So from the 15 minutes, we see that the bulls are not getting enough strength, so we might see a local breakdown. Hello coach, good evening sir, happy to see you. Euro dollar, hi coach, good evening coach. Euro dollar, thank you. It's already peaceful week. Good afternoon, I think sound is okay. Mark, Nell, also I love you, thank you, I love you too. Francis, how are you? I'm good, thank you. We'll be waiting. Good morning, good evening coach. Let's grab some peep today. Yeah, absolutely, it's on the market, we just need to be patient. Good evening coach, thanks. Gold sell with news time, thank you. Awesome. Okay, so I see that everyone is ready, so let's make a prediction of the market on gold, which way gold is heading. Guys, let me know in the live chat what's your opinion on gold. Rohimdan, I think gold will drop 1922, so I gotta will drop 1922 or will rise to 1922. Rohim, I hope that you said that it's gonna go up to 1922. So yeah, there is a probability for breaking this high. Yeah, there is a probability for breaking this high, which is incredibly, high probability for this upside. All right, so yeah, there is a very high probability for gold to break the high. Next coach has FOMC. Next week, yeah. Okay, so we see this local breakdown here. Right, so we see some downside. .4 hour. Okay, you see that the price has reached that liquidity zone and getting slowly a little bit of, we see a little bit of rejection on gold. And so this is the 1 hour chart which is forming this bearish engulfer. So we see 30 minutes and 15 minutes, all of them potentially downside. Okay, before we progress further, let's quickly look at what other pairs are preparing for. AUD USD after this move had a sharp drop. So euro dollar, and we saw that there was a significant drop on GBP USD as well. So yeah, GBP USD looks very strongly bearish. If we look at the weekly, we can see that there was a weekly candle, there was a gap opening past week. After testing the high, GBP USD had a drop, and I think that GBP USD may continue to drop for longer term perspective. Now if we look at the daily time frame on GBP USD, we can see that from the daily perspective and from the lower time frame, GBP USD is potentially bearish. Now with the news coming up, we could see that GU having a liquidity trigger and then dropping down towards its long-term direction. Okay, so you see potentially bearish on GBP USD. So that means that if we reflect it back to gold, as expected from that liquidity zone, we see that gold is now slowly coming down. So from GBP USD, euro dollar, and all of them, we see that there is a potentially bearish price action on all of them. And let's find out which way the market is heading. Guys, make sure that you like this stream, subscribe to the channel, and as you have seen, we do quite a few, we open quite a few trades in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. I would recommend you to join if you want to see all the trade that I'm opening, and also if you want to learn the strategy that I'm trading. The link you will find below this video in the first link in the description area, and also you can find a link at the top of the chat. If you want to visit the website, you can visit the website, and then you can click join now button to be part of trading community. So let me see. Okay, just 2 minutes to go for the news. Okay, we see that upside momentum, which is I want to see that it has broken the high here. Right guys, which way gold is heading? Drop. Okay, I think grabbing liquidity. Right, where there's gold going to higher because okay, I'm not reversal but retracing to the coming news. Okay, high, that's a reversal. Okay, very good. So we see that there is quite a few mixed opinion, which is in fact the market is always mixed, because there will be always a buyers and sellers all the time. There is always in both sides, but here I think that after triggering liquidity we might see that downside momentum. You might see that dodgy, and so get ready for the spike guys. I think that it's gonna spike to the upside first, breaking all this high. We might see that coming down again. Just we see that the market is, because this is the move that happened so far and still maintaining that uptrend, but it's gonna gather enough liquidity before coming down again. Okay, so we got that drop. So 15 minutes. Okay, so here we see that has broken down again, is pushing high for further liquidity trigger. I hope that everyone is patient guys. Be patient, it's very important to be patient. It will go down 1890 using 1.5 hour. Okay, so one news been released. Let's see that results has come out with the news. So if you look at the Forex factory, you already have seen that. It's a big difference, from minus 9.9 to positive 1.9. yeah, so which is a very good indicator for DXY, and we see that has reflected. We have seen some upside bounce. DXY, we saw that a bullish candle today so far initially has dropped to this level, and we see now it's forming a long wick candle. So from the 4-hour perspective, we see that DXY has formed this bullish momentum, followed by here we see a consolidation pattern, and we can expect in a DXY to move to the upside. So we see that there is a potentially some bullish momentum on DXY. So that has given some downside on gold. So from this, after this 5 minutes, what I think that we could see some attempt from the buyers here. If we see this one is closing as a long wick candle, because this is a support level and the price already has broken the support, means gathered liquidity. Now we can expect it to go up and then to come back down again. So this is how the market moves, and as a trader, the only way we can do is to comply with the market, isn't it? Because you know the market always makes sometimes very interesting pattern. All right guys, what's your opinion about the movement in the market? So let me see also quickly Gbpusd. Gbpusd has reached that level from the daily. It's now trying to come down again. I think that GJ from the weekly, if you look at, which is forming a red candle, this market I think might reverse from here, because if you look at the weekly on Gbpusd, which is an impulse consolidation and form this weekly doji, which is quite significant here. This is the last day of the week, so we might see a doji is being closed, and I think that GJ might create another impulse to the upside, because it's a long-term bull market, an impulse correction, another impulse. It will really depend also on the weekly close, as we see that the market is a long-term bullish but showing potentially downside momentum. Now if we look at the daily here, we see that from the daily perspective, previous day a bearish red candle, today so far has gone up, it's coming down for a deeper pullback. We might see a retest of this daily support level, which is very possible, and then from this zone we can expect for GJ to have a bounce to the upside. And I think that this is a, if you look at, which is a bullish pattern. This is the daily price action, an impulse consolidation, a break to the upside and trending to the upside, which is expected. So GJ potentially upside, and we see that currently the price is coming down for a deeper drop. What I think that you see, this candle is closing in 23 minutes. If it is maintaining series of higher low, there is a probability that the next one is coming down and then going back up again, closing as a somewhere here as a weekly bullish candle, and then the next, you know, in the new week just trending to the upside. So for me this one is potentially bullish, Gbpusd. Let's quickly go back to gold. See that some downside coming up again. Okay, so if you look at here on gold, this is the 15 minutes chart. It's formed this structure, which is, this one is leaving as a liquidity grab. So the way the price action is showing is, you can see it's showing that there is a potential for a drop. I'm waiting for a liquidity trigger, especially along the zone. If we see that long wick candle, that will give us potential entry opportunity on gold. All right guys, let me know which way you are thinking that gold is going. News was better than expected and bullish USD for gold. Yeah, we see that some downside today will break the support. Sophia gold will, yeah, that's what we see with gold. I don't see the past 19, the windy, yes, angels I think too. Okay, parabolic 1897, right? So Mashak, since gold already grabbed liquidity at 1920 area, there is a possible downside movement. Yes, this is what we see. Dollar yen interest rate next week. Yeah, that's why you saw there's some weakness on yen early today. I think the yen range is done for the year. Expect weekly triple high. I'm short already on profit, but have to be careful though. Yeah, absolutely. You know, trade management is very important. Risk management, trade management, that will bring the profit that you need. Okay, so you see that the market basically forming that bearish structure here. Okay, so you see gold after the break potentially preparing. I think it's gonna prepare for a breakdown. Okay, so here let it go up for a pullback and then we'll be looking to enter any position coming. So let me see that AUD USD. Okay, so AUD USD, you can see that it formed from the 1 hour. AUD USD forming a bearish engulfer, 15 minutes. So you see AUD USD, See that AUD USD, this is the 1 hour chart where the price is creating series of higher high and higher low, which is a consolidation here. This 1 hour candle, which is closing in 16 minutes time, it is a very strong liquidity trigger. It's crossed a bullish engulfer. This is a bullish engulfer. It dodged that bullish engulfer, has given a very high probability for AUD USD to come back down. So if it is coming down on AUD USD, that's gonna reflect on gold as a bearish, right? So you see that gold, we can see that correlationship between the pairs. All right, we could see that relationship. You know that currency correlation, guys? How many of you are sure about the currency correlation? Yeah, awesome. Take profit. Yeah, very good. Okay, so let me know if you are not sure about the currency correlation. In the meantime, if you are looking to join a regulated broker, I recommend Trade. So I can give you a link in the live chat for Trade. This is the link for regulated broker. You can click the link and you can register for free, or you can find a link below this video in the description area. So that link you can use to register and start trading with a regulated broker. So what we see here on gold, you see that again with the upside, which is a pullback. Gold had a significant bounce. So it had a bounce again. All right, guys. Let me see what it is trying to do here. So you can expect that further pullback, and then so this is the doji on the 4 hour. So you see so far downside, Alright guys, so let me see your opinion. DXY, Always, I don't know. Very good question, very good answer. Not knowing is also kind of knowing, you know that. So when you stay in the state of not knowing is basically, you know, any kind of wise people always stay in a state of not knowing, because when you stay in not knowing, basically you open to all possibilities, which is incredible in fact. So here it's forming a doji on the 5 minutes. So it's rejected from the top here. Okay, so from 5 minutes also you see a forming a doji. So it's a sometime you will see that it form a trap. So it is important that, you know, you always stay aware of the trap that we yesterday's trade. If you have seen that in this live session, this is where you saw that yesterday also there was a trap, and we basically, you know, escape from the trap, and then we have secured some pip. Always keep in mind, those who are patient, they normally are able to escape the trap. So it's very important that you always stay patient. The capital in your trading account is the best thing you will ever find, so make sure that you are not doing the over trading as well. I'm at Juliet. Go to sell. Shall we go? Coach 1 hour candle potential middleman. Okay, so we're on gold 1 hour. Yes, 1 hour is potentially forming a middleman, which is a bearish candle, but still trend is up, so you might see some still manipulation to the upside, because if you look at, you know, let me show you a middleman, this one, and the difference, this one. Okay, this red middleman, and also look at some other middleman that I will show you. For example, this one. Okay, this is the most beautiful candle you will ever find to trade. Now this middleman is why so powerful. If you look at here, this is structure, you can see it's a nicely bearish. Okay, if you look at and apply your common sense, you'll see that it's easy to fall in that direction. But if you look at here on this zone here, if it is forming a middleman, which we see that basically the trend is still up, we could see downside, but not as good as this one. So lower time frame might be very helpful, especially on the 15 minutes. You can see it gathers liquidity, and then back to back two liquidity candle forming, so which could give that potential downside. But I want to see that one more attempt from the buyers and then coming down, so will give us really a good entry point. So if it goes up again with another spike and then coming down, then we can look for selling opportunity, especially in that zone, which is the key level, and creating a lower high or retest of the zone and then a strong rejection will give us potential entry opportunity on gold. Let's see. All right, so there isn't, I saw that some traders sometimes determine that they will sell from this level and then the price goes there, they sell or buy. But my trading style is completely different. I do not decide until I see the things happen, right? Because in fact, as a matter of fact, you don't know where, when you gonna get the signal. If I say that if the price is breaking this high, then I will be buying. What if the price breaks this high with a very strong momentum that never come back and started to push up? How do you know? You will know it when you see the candle close and then the price action has given you a confirmation for that trade. Only in that situation it is high probability. Now here you see that this is the price action potentially slowly showing that bearish pattern. Okay, here I think that you see another attempt from the buyers before trending in that direction. All right, guys, so dollar yen, okay, this Usdjpy. No worries, Mark. Coach, what do you think? If gold is going up, it will need to go 4 hour. Okay, we'll be looking at that. Let me see. In the meantime, Gbp and JPY. Okay, GJ. As I mentioned earlier, we see that potential. Let me see if we have a bounce on GJ. Okay, we see that the price has formed 4 hour candle is closing here. 15 minutes. So anytime we can expect a significant bounce on GBP JPY. So this market on GJ, for me, it is a bull market. All right, so we could see anytime an upside momentum. Still fully not ready. We might say we need to, on the lower time frame, a little bit of liquidity trigger, and then look for buying opportunity on GJ. All right, so let them play out. I'll quickly look at other pairs as well. Dollar yen, so we see a candle close coming up. Dollar yen has formed a bullish engulfer. Now if you look at yesterday's analysis, this is what exactly I mentioned. If you remember, the dollar yen to break the daily low, form this doji, and then to continue to rise to the upside. So dollar yen is forming that bullish pattern. We see that majority of the pairs, especially DXY, showing very strong momentum in it. Dollar CAD also, after forming the double bottom, had a bounce. So US30, all of them, we see that there is a, so we see that strengthening on DXY. So if I come back on gold, we see that there is a doji. So lower time frame price action on gold, which is showing downside because we can see that DXY in very strong. So we see has had a bounce again here on gold after the candle close from 1 hour. Let me see where we can find that entry. Our potential head and shoulder to be formed. So which pair that you are talking about? The gold? Yep. What's on gold? Yep. All right, so it's getting rejected and rejected every time. Very highly likely we'll see that gold has come back down. So it's forming a potential head and shoulder on the 1 hour. And then we could see the market is trending to the downside again. I need to see the lower time frame, especially on the 15 minutes. Sharp liquidity trigger, and then we can look for selling opportunity. All right, keep watching. So GBPUSD also showing, so you see that the right candle on GBPUSD, a very full body red candle from A to Z, starting from here to the full body red. Now let's do a complete multi-time frame analysis on GBPUSD so that you understand actually how the market is preparing for that. So looking at first of all monthly. Why? Because monthly will give you a clear direction in the market, removing all the noise from the lower time frame. Now monthly price action, a long bearish candle so far on the monthly. After a little pullback, we see that GBPUSD has formed this long bearish candle. Now with that bearish candle, we see that GU has dropped well below this level, and we can expect for this price to continue to drop further. Still we see quite a few weeks remaining. Now from the weekly perspective, there is a gap opening, a drop. I think that next week also you might see a gap opening, another drop. So the market is still maintaining a strong downtrend. Looking at daily, from this level we see that there is a consolidation. Previous day sharp drop, today so far the price has gone up, now the price coming down. And from the lower time frame perspective, here the candle closed with a full body red. I think we might see a pullback, and then we can expect it to continue to drop, as what is dropping is likely to drop. That's the law of trading. Always trading with the trend is the key, and this is where you know that many trader fails, that to find out the right entry point where it comes to the strategy. That's why I always recommend you to learn a strategy before you think of being a profitable trader. Can you let me know, do you have a strategy to trade? Do you have that? Okay, so I'm coming back here before. So gold, Gbpusd, now it's going up for a pullback. On the after finishing of this pullback, we can look for selling as soon as we will find that opportunity. So let's quickly look at gold now. In the similar manner, it's the market. You see that this is a very important, what I can say, that information, the most important information that I would say that one must know is that the market trend very short period of time. They said that 30% of the time the market trend, 70% of the time the market ranges. I think that 90% of the time the market ranges. Only trend, if you look at this market, you can see how far it has trended. Here trended nicely, here one leg, and the rest of the time it's a whole range. They are also ranging, it's also here ranging, not a very reliable trend. Here it trended the whole zone, it was ranging. So that's why multi-time frame is very important, so that you know exact level where you can look for buying or selling. Okay, we see that bounce. Okay, so you see two liquidity candle. Okay guys, so we see some very unusual movement. There is some news coming, right? Yes, there is another one coming up in just 50 minutes time. As soon as the 4-hour candle close, we will see that. Danny coach, can you explain what currency correlation plays? Yeah, it's very important, you know, currency correlation knowing is very important. Okay, so we see that bounce. So ultimately that drop, this is what I was mentioning, that 1-hour candle is a middleman, but it's not this middleman. Okay, the difference, this middleman and this is that it is against the trend. It is in the direction of the trend. Trend is your friend until, you know, as long as you are trading. It's very, very important, because when you are trading with the trend, even if you make, you know, any kind of error in your judgment or in your trade, you still can correct it. Okay, and still you have the probability for a bigger profit if you know how to hold the trade. It's like going with the flow is very important. All right, so it is the key to remember that always trading with the trend will give you a big edge in the market. So ultimately you might see even breaking this high. Okay, so it's breaking this high, or by not breaking this high, okay, so it has broken all this resistance line, guys. 1921 is broken. So from the daily, significant movement to the upside on the daily. Okay, so ultimately it's gonna heading to the liquidity zone. On the weekly, guys, are you patient enough for a good trade possible? All right, Amrita Barok, AUD USD. Yeah, I will be looking at that. Gold is gonna bullish, is rejecting. Okay, now the can we not yet, not yet. I'm not selling yet. We have seen break of all this high, so So from the monthly, if we look at, we see that after coming to the 50%, let me delete all of them. What we see that the price has come down to 50% of this monthly long wick, and after coming to this 50% of this monthly long wick, the price had a rejection from this level, and with that rejection we see that from the weekly as well the price has gone back up. From the daily as well, you see the significant bounce. From the lower time frame as well, we see that the price so far showing bullish momentum on the lower time frame. So for an entry, so 15 minutes close with this strong rejection from the support level. So the market basically prepared for a bigger trend, right? Alright guys, I hope that you're enjoying. Let me know in the live chat if you're enjoying. If you enjoy, make sure you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. I do post a lot of content every day, including weekends, weekdays, and also at the same time you can if you want to join a regulated broker, you can use the link in the description area for Trade. So we recommend Trade as a regulated broker, and also I can give you a link in the live chat. You can use that link, you can register for free, and then you can start trading with regulated broker. So here we see that in that zone so there is a question from the unknown guy, coach, why is this bullish on gold? Okay, so I really want to ask the same question. Let me see how many of you are on that topic. So what do you think, why the gold is bullish? Now before we progress further, you can join the free Telegram channel, link also in the description area. I can give you a link in the live chat so that you can stay connected with Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Link given in the live chat for free Telegram channel. This is the free Telegram channel link. You can click that link and then you can stay connected with Forex Trading Wizard Academy. So now question is, why does gold is bullish? What could be the reason? So there are many factors available. You know that there is when there is any kind of smell of recession, which firstly gold is highly impacted. So this is one reason. The other reason is, let me know guys which one. Just 75 lakh. Come on guys, any thanks for your call out. This is good. Yes guys, make sure you like this stream. Right, that's awesome. DXY barely moved, gold moved a lot. Yeah, sometime it happens. I think real traders could not create this kind of fast move. Okay, so price correlation to fill. Gold could be confusing. Sometime I thought it was gonna go down because dollar is too strong. Okay, weakness, good known, coach, closing week. Okay, okay, closing. So you some of you think that weekly close, yeah, this is also one important factor, because when there is a weekly close, because of the some rules of in some trading institution, the traders tend to close their position. So this is also one reason that gold is gonna be bullish. But what I think, that for longer term, if you look at the weekly price action, this is the weekly doji here on gold, and I think that from the weekly perspective, it may not be bullish like that, very unlikely. But I think that after going up later today, before the weekly close, we might see closing as a red candle, and then we might see an upside later. But after breaking well above, we should be able to see some downside on gold on the lower time frame. Looking at the daily, we have seen that already the price has made a significant move. And it's keep pushing high. Yeah. So the way it is moving, it's showing bullish, but that you cannot jump on a trade in a long-term bearish market. So you cannot buy at the top, neither can sell. So when to enter the trade? It's a very important question that every trader asks, when to enter a trade. So there are two major decisions that a trader must make. Is the first one is which way to trade, either to buy or sell. And the other question that comes in is either to buy or sell. Once you know that, okay, buy, that means the direction. The next thing is to enter, when to enter. Okay, this is also a very, very important question, isn't it? When to enter. So to find out when to enter is where you need to look at the most important part of trading, is the price action and liquidity. So price action will tell you that what's happening with the buyers and sellers, how the market is evolving, and the liquidity will tell you that when the smart money is putting order in the market. All right, because at the end of the day, the market is moved by the smart money. As a retail trader, to be profitable, the only thing that we can do is following their footsteps. All right, so here what we see, that the directional bias on the daily, we see a bounce, and from the weekly, for me, it's a bearish. Okay, we could see that it's closing here as a doji, and the next one to come down, or at least to form another doji. So if we look at the 1 hour, which is purely bullish, so here is a massive manipulation happen in that area from 1 hour. You see a bullish engulfer followed by a red candle has crossed that low, gather liquidity, and the next one has formed this bullish engulfer, which is showing potentially bullish price action. Right, so let's find out any trade coming along the way. Definitely I'll be sharing with you guys. Just need to be patient. Also I do share all my trade, any trade that I open, I do share in the VIPs as well. If you are on the VIP group, you can access all of them. I'll recommend you, if you want to speed up your learning and growing as a trader, to join us, there is a link below this video in the description, and also you can find link at the top of the chat. So you can check out the website to see how you are trading. So let me see here. Smash the like button, Neil, thank you. Gold 4 hour is an SMC, yeah, okay. But yeah, this is the main reason why the market moves. On the Rahman, we have to wait for another resistance break. Okay, I'm buying always at support and selling at resistance. 4 hour is my major bias, and 15 minutes is my confirmation to enter trade. Okay, so good approach. So you are buying on support, selling on resistance. So you're a support and resistance trader. So who else trade in that way? So can you let us know your trading style? Are you a trend trader, or do you trade support and resistance, or you scalp? How do you trade? In fact, let us know. I want to see that how many style that everyone has. Really, it's good to know that. So short term in movement are SMC, but long term fundamental percentage. Okay, yeah. After all, you are selling country's economy. Okay, buying. There might be reversal around 1928. Didn't reach that far yet. So because it has this bounce, and we might see now some, because the market left a lot, when you see this kind of drop with quite a few long week candles, all right, you will see that this market basically leaving a lot of imbalance, and the market is going up to hit that imbalance to fill that gap. So there could be an upside. I scalp with moving averages, smooth, okay. Angel SMC, it can also be like Helen scalp, okay. Kung skull because you sell, okay. Pattern trader, Amit, pattern trader, okay, very good. Mostly support and resistance trading, Charles, okay. So mixed, yeah, this is good. All right. For me, I'm a trend trader and with liquidity. Okay, all my strategy that I use based on trend, market structure, and liquidity. So for me to trade, I must see the trend. I sometimes trade support and resistance, but I mostly like to trade the trend, because trading with the trend will is very sometimes one trade will give you 10%, 5%, and then you can use this to some other trade, even if it isn't working out. If you can develop a sound trading psychology, is very important. All right, thank you. So let me see now on. So we saw that US30 and NASDAQ also will be looking at. Okay guys, I will take a 1 minute break. Don't leave me. You can leave a comment here or ask a question. I'll be back in a minute, and we'll look at for the trade. Alright guys, I'm back. Let's find out where is the entry. So there has been significant movement. Quickly look at US30 on NASDAQ, and then we'll be going back to gold again. First of all, looking at NASDAQ on the daily time frame, looking at the monthly. All right, now if we look at the monthly on NASDAQ, it is a long-term bull market coming down for a deeper pullback. All right, because if we see a long-term trending market coming down for a pullback, we can expect for the price to come down for a deeper pullback, as it is a long-term bull market. Now looking at the weekly, if you have seen yesterday also we discussed that the NASDAQ is likely to break the weekly high and then to come back down. We saw that NASDAQ in fact has come back down for this move. Now if we look at the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective, after yesterday's close, today after breaking the high, the price is coming back down again. And I think that now, as this is the weekend, we could see that NASDAQ coming down to create a new lower low. Now looking at 4-hour perspective, we see that in that zone, after this previous session's long bearish engulfer, NASDAQ from that zone had a sharp drop, and with that drop, what we can expect on NASDAQ to come back down to create a new lower low. So from the 1-hour chart, we see the previous 1 hour also a bearish candle. The price has formed a head and shoulder and had a breakdown. So with that break of this NASDAQ, as this is the last day of trading week, we might see after a little pullback the price to continue to drop, and that drop might bring NASDAQ to this support level, okay, which is a long wick candle here. So we can expect for the price to be bearish, as we see that here the market change its trend and the prices keep dropping. This is the doji on the 30 minutes on NASDAQ, which is a high probability setup here. Now looking at gold, completely moving in an opposite direction of NASDAQ. This is a crazily bullish. Now we see has broken all this high, so you might see it's keep pushing before the candle close. Now there is one thing guys that keep in mind, you need to understand, is that if you see that gold has hit with this current candle to this level, then I will be selling gold immediately, because if in case if it is hitting the 1930 level and breaking the high closing above, then we might see that immediate rejection on gold. Because very simple, when you see a key level is broken with a giant long candle, it's a sign of false breakout. All right, these are some of the clue that you can note down if you like. All right, and that's why I always recommend you to stick to the end of the session until the end, because there is something that we will be discussing you will not find anywhere. So here we see that with this bigger move on gold, I think that it's gonna push up to this resistance. If it does, then if this one candle going up to hit that level, after triggering liquidity, we can expect the other one to come down and to this level again, coming back, which is possible based on how it is closing. But this candle, a giant candle hitting that level, means that the next one, very high chance you will see the price reverse from that level. So let's keep looking at, and in the meantime, make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and let me know if you have any question, which pair you are looking at other than gold. Jackson, I'm also support and resistance. Okay, Euro dollar. Okay, yeah, euro dollar also important pair. Let's quickly look at euro dollar as well. We see that from the daily support level, euro dollar had a, so today, yesterday's candle we saw has touched that. Today so far from that zone, euro dollar had a bounce. So this is the daily support. After back to back quite a few liquidity trigger, euro dollar had a drop. This is the news candle. You have seen that yesterday. Today so far euro dollar has gone after creating a higher low, which is now heading to the upside. I think that at some point we could see euro dollar seller will try to sell again. At least we can expect another test of this daily support, even if it wants to reverse, even in that situation. And what we see here on euro dollar, the price with this big drop, consolidation, and now with that consolidation, what we can expect on euro dollar for the price to first to go up, and then after retesting in any of this zone we can expect it to come down. I think that if you look at this channel, so we talked about yesterday during the news release, euro dollar has broken out of this channel, and in a healthy market normally the price tests this channel again and then trend, so which is also possible for euro dollar. As this is weekend, we might see that euro dollar again from the daily going back up before coming down. So very interesting price action on euro dollar, and any opportunity that we find we will be looking to enter as soon as we see that. Good evening coach, I'm late. Gold is jumping. I'll go to 1933, that far. If it goes there, then that's gonna be 1933, so it's gonna be insane if gold is heading which is almost and nearly hitting that level that we are talking about. If you look at the 4-hour, now this 4-hour is closing in 20 minutes. I think it's gonna hit that level, 1931-30 level, right? And if that's the case, we should see that very sharp drop again. Eurocad, I think pullback. Okay, this is channel, there is no on USD sir. GJ looks like it might be on its way up. Okay, good evening coach. Yeah, we'll be looking at that. So let me look at the GJ. So GJ, as I discussed, let me see that price action. Yeah, Gbpusd. So GJ is, you see this inverted head and shoulder here, and then the market started to break to the upside. This could be the level that GJ might be respecting. So we see from 15 minutes it's forming that inverted head and shoulder, and we might see that upside bias. So any liquidity grab, any kind of false breakout on the support, we will look for buying. There's always a there is always has to be some condition needs to be fulfilled before entering the trade. All right, guys. And this candle is super important because I'm expecting is to hit that zone with this current candle closing above, like with a full body green candle. Very high chance that you will see an immediate drop on this one. We can take that move. Okay, so let's keep watching that. 16 minutes remaining, and all the USD pairs including euro dollar, Gbpusd, almost moving in the same direction. Let's quickly review the DXY again. Now before we go to that, guys, if you want to join the regulated broker, always use regulated broker. We recommend regulated broker Trade. You can use that link to trade with regulated broker. I can give there's a link in the description area, or I can give you a link in the live chat, so you can use that link and then you can register for free. Then you can start trading with a regulated broker. Oladil, what are the conditions to be met before entering the trade? Very good question. This is an absolutely good question. What are the conditions to be met before you enter the trade? So before you enter the trade, you must have some kind of parameter that needs to be fulfilled before you enter the trade. Now if I give you an example, rather than saying let's show you that example, then you understand actually what I'm talking about. So let's look at some of the trades that we have opened in the live as well as on the VIP. Looking at this one here, right, what we see here, let me go back to the, so this is yesterday's live trade. Even our VIP trade also we had a couple of. So now what are the conditions that I looked at in that trade before I enter? Right, so it comes down to, as I mentioned, it's come down to the strategy that you are using. Based on the strategy you enter, but every strategy has its own component where to enter. Now in this trade that we have opened, this is a successful trade that I'm sure that everyone here have enjoyed that trade. Now what the conditions that I looked at in that trade, the number one that I looked at is market structure. Okay, so market structure, what is a market structure? Market structure is the direction, is the, what I can say, the GPS of the market will give you which way the market is heading. Number two is the price action and liquidity. Now where is the liquidity? Liquidity is the unseen part of the chart. Everywhere there is always something unseen, you will see that. there are some abstract and also concrete. This is the universe is made of like that, abstract and concrete. So this is an, what you can't see but you need to see it. That's called the liquidity. Liquidity is the fuel of the market, where most amount of liquidity, the smart money always trade from those zones. So if you look at the chart, where is the liquidity? This is the question that you need to ask yourself. If you don't know what is the liquidity, then the best thing you can do is, when you open a position, ask yourself that where do I put my stop loss? Where do you put your stop loss is there. The liquidity is everywhere, but these are the zone that high liquidity zone. Because when you sell a market, let's say you sold this market, stop loss here, take profit here. So you put a sell order here, but you put a buy order here at the same time. So because of that, we wait for the liquidity to be triggered so that a smart money initiate or place order in the market, and then comes down to the price action. Now the price action is not as specific. For example, I cannot say that I want to see only a doji or I want to see a bullish engulfer. Instead, it will depend on strategy to strategy. For example, in our middleman trading strategy, we need to see middleman in a specific area with a certain kinds of criteria in it, which it's not possible to explain in this smaller video. There is a whole strategy with back tested result available on the website on your student dashboard. You can access all of them. If you are our lifetime member, you can access all of them from your dashboard. Go to your course tab or anywhere. And if you are not, then also you can join us, link below this video in the description area. Once you are on the website, you can click join now button, then you can join to access everything. Now once you see that price action confirmation, then only you will be entering the trade so that you can have a high probability for this trade. This is how every traders trade, based on the rules. Now it can be indicator based rule. Then for example, my trend following strategy rule, it combined with the price action, market structure, liquidity, indicator, as well as some other factors that I discuss in that strategy. So that's how you can find an entry opportunity in the market. Sometimes you need to make a very quick decision, which is very normal. That's why it is important that one practice the strategy so that you can master it before you implement it. I hope that this makes sense, and let me know in the live chat if you're still not sure so that we can discuss more. Let me see now on gold. Okay, we saw that in the meantime there has been some downside on gold in the local time frame. Let me see. Okay, so we see that bearish rejection on gold. Okay, so on 15 minutes, what we see here, so you're getting news in 10 minutes. Let me know, guys, what's your thought on that news coming up. Among the gold dropping. Hello sir, can I trade gold only and still be profitable? Yes, absolutely. Why not? Why not? More often gold is more profitable than anything if you know how to do gold, how to trade gold with proper risk management, right? It is possible to be profitable by trading gold, because in fact gold has a lot of volatility, and that's why, you know, on the lower time frame we can find a lot of trading opportunity on gold, which is very good. Okay, what do you think about Gbpusd? Yeah, we'll be looking at that. So here we see some rejection from the top. Now looking at GJ, it's pushing high. So Gbpusd, as I mentioned earlier, it seems that this is going to be bullish, but we want to see that it has broken any of this candle and then has got rejected. Then we can look for buying opportunity on GJ as soon as we will find that. But in the meantime, we see that if you look at the daily on Gbpusd, we can see that from the daily perspective, after the previous daily big drop, today so far has gone up, and I think that it's gonna change its trend over the long term. Gbpusd may change its trend to the upside from this down to the uptrend. See how it goes, or you might see consolidation. So here on gold, we see ultimately upside. Let me see the Gbpusd. I'll be looking at quickly before the candle close. So NASDAQ had a significant drop. So from NASDAQ's drop and US30 drop, we see that gold is moving completely opposite direction of that. Alright guys, so news is coming in 5 minutes, so we'll be covering that. Make sure guys you like this stream, subscribe to the channel if you like it, and also subscribe to the channel for more content that I'm releasing every single day. Tomorrow also some content will be coming up. I'll be discussing some of the technical stuff that will really help you in your trading, so make sure you press that bell button, and also you can stay tuned for all of them during the New York session and London session time. And if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask me. How do you know when news is coming up? Okay, Sharon, very good question. This is there is a free website called Forex Factory. So if you go to the Forex Factory, so if you look at the Forex Factory, we can see this is a free website. And if you go to the calendar, you can see that on the calendar. So once you go to the website, click calendar, make sure you synchronize this time with your local time. And if you are not synchronized, then choose the time zone from this area. All right. And then save settings, and you'll see that basically the market has and this one has synchronized with your timing, and then you can see the correct market, or I can say that news release based on your local time. So once you see that, then you can filter out if you like for a high impact news. So if you click filter here, you might see in the beginning all of them. Okay, I don't look at all of them, I only look at the high impact, because you don't need those. I don't think that you need it, but some of you might be interested, but it just make you confused sometime. So now here 3 minutes remaining for gold to give us to see if there is anything in the market today. Last day of trading week is very, very important. Okay. Hey guys. Fill gold wants to, okay, it will push up. Yeah, let's see. Thank you, no problems, you're welcome. Can one trade gold with less than $20? Do you go live on one? Yes, Sharon, every day, every single trading day, Monday to Friday, along with many other content during the weekend. Yep, every day we go live, so you can join us whenever, in your time zone. You can keep a record. So we do live every single day during this time. Okay, so spike coming up, let's see. Okay, so you see that the spike. Yep, that's what happened. So I was waiting for a break. So there has been very sharp uprise, still moving high. So there is a gap opening on the 5 minutes. So this signaling potential, still we see that bullish. There is a bullish engulfer. Very sharp move. Okay guys, so where is the trading opportunity? Let me see. Gbpusd has come down. for deeper drop. Is there anything on NASDAQ? So you see that there's a, this is a very strong drop at this point from that level. Selling is not a good idea, but it's form a nice looking head and shoulder and NASDAQ. So Gbpusd also trying to bounce up from that zone. All right, so let me see all of them. Dollar yen having a rejection, so that has led gold to be upside. So ultimately it's gonna break the high. Okay guys, so we see that the market with the weekend, it's okay. GJ had a bounce again. Now this time it's in a consolidation here. So guys, what do you see that here on gold, it just pushing high. If we look at the weekly, we can see that the market almost breaking the weekly high, right? Now this weekly close is crucially important, because if we see that the market has closed with this kind of bullish candle on the weekly, there is a very high probability another bounce to the upside before coming down. But if we see that before the weekly close, if the price come down again, closing as a red candle, a red doji, then we might see next week downside. Depending on how weekly close, we will be able to see the next week direction in the market. All right, so that it's weekend guys. Probably you want to spend a very good weekend timing, and as last day of trading week, I'm also a little bit of hungry for more pips, but still not there. Any pip coming along the way, definitely I will be sharing with you. And as this is weekend, due to the time limit, I am ending the session today, but I will be still trading. So if you are on the VIP, keep eye any trade coming along the way. Definitely I will be I'll be sending it to you guys, and also I'll be opening. With that being said, I'll see you again tomorrow in the weekly Forex forecast and many other content that I'll be releasing. And also, if you want to be part of us, you can join us. Link below this video in the description area. So with that said guys, thank you very much. I hope that you enjoyed the live session. Make sure you always stay patient. Focus on learning, less trading, more learning will give you an incredible edge over the market. So with that being said guys, thank you, and I'll see you soon in the next live on Monday, as well as tomorrow, and after tomorrow there will be content. You can keep eye on that. So with that said, thank you, and see you tomorrow, and after tomorrow, and after tomorrow. Until then, stay well, stay happy. I'll miss you over the weekend. Enjoy the weekend with good timing, and see you with a new energy and new trading opportunity.